welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss Indian polity, Lok Sabha and Parliament. This is going to be useful for the people who are preparing for IAS, UPS and KS and all the competitive exams. Do like my videos and subscribe my channel for more updates. Hit the bell button for immediate notifications. Before starting into any subject, you should have proper timetable with a syllabus, and you have to always make a short notes on every topic and subtopics. So today we are going to discuss what is Lok Sabha and who are the Lok Sabha members. Indian Parliament bicameral in nature, that it has two houses. Lok Sabha is the one of those two houses. The other house is the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is the first chamber of the Parliament and represent the people of India as the whole. The member elected by universal adult franchise or a part of Lok Sabha. And composition of Lok Sabha is when Nota introduced in a Lok Sabha. Nota was introduced in 16th Lok Sabha elections of 2014. When was VVPAT was introduced in Lok Sabha? Voter verifiable paper adult trial was first used in an election in India in September 2013 in Noksen in Nagaland, later introduced in 8th of 543 parliamentary constituencies in 2014. How many department related standing committees, DRSC, or there is a Lok Sabha? There are 16 standing committee in Lok Sabha. To read more of Parliament, I will make a separate video in regards to this. And what is the role of Lok Sabha in the introduction of money bill? Money bill can only introduced to be in Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha speaker decides the credibility of money bill. And who is the leader of Lok Sabha? Prime Minister is the leader of the house. And what is the qualification of Lok Sabha members? Must be Indian citizen. He must not be less than 25 years age and must be registered as a elector of for the parliamentary constituency. Those who wanted to contest elections from the seat reserved for SC/ST must be member of a scheduled caste or scheduled tribe in any state of or union territory. Lok Sabha elections. The member of Lok Sabha MPs are elected, appointed from the states. Union territories are appointed from the field of particular expertise. The elections of Lok Sabha occurs every 5 years in the name of general elections. The constitutions of India has adopted universal adult franchise as a basis of elections to the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies. Representation of states in Lok Sabha. Members are directly elected by the people from the territorial constituencies in the state. Election principle used universal adult franchise and eligibility to vote. Any Indian citizens above 18 of the age. Voting age was reduced from 21 to 18 years by the 61 Constitutional Amendment Act of 1988. Representation of union territories in Lok Sabha. Parliament is empowered to choose the members from the UTs, union territories, in any manner as it is desires. Elections principle used direct elections. Union territory direct elections to the House of the People Act 1965 has been enacted, by which the member of Lok Sabha from the union territory are chosen by direct elections. Representation of nominated member in Lok Sabha. President nominates two members from Anglo-Indian and community if they are not adequate or represented. And the provisions to nominate Anglo-Indians was extended till 2020 by 95th Amendment Act of 2009. Facts about Lok Sabha elections for UPSC is first Lok Sabha election took place in 1952. There were 489 states elected. Congress won 364 out of 489 seats. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first prime minister, and 2019 Lok Sabha elections were country's 17th general elections. Elections took place for 552 seats, and BJP won 330 seats out of 552. Narendra Modi is the prime minister. In 1952 only 22 women were elected, while in 2014 49 women candidates were elected. Election to Lok Sabha are carried out using a first-phased the post-electoral systems. What are the important amendments act related to Lok Sabha? The following table provides the important amendments. Second Amendment Act of 1952 readjusted the scale of representation in Lok Sabha. 23rd Amendment Act of 1969 extended the reservation of seats for SC, STs and special provisions for Anglo-Indians in Lok Sabha and further period of 10 years up to 1980. 31st Amendment Act 1972 increased the number of Lok Sabha seats from 525 to 545, and 41st Amendment Act of 1976 froze the seats in the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies on the basis of 1971 census till 2001. Raised the tenure of Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly from 5 year to 6 year. Again, 44th Amendment Act 1978 restored the original terms of Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies of 5 years. Omitted the provisions which took away the power of the court to decide the election disputes of Lok Sabha speakers. 45th Amendment Act of 1980 extended the reservation of seats for the SC, STs and special representation for the Anglo-Indians in Lok Sabha. 51st Amendment Act of 1984 provides for the reservation of seats in Lok Sabha for ST in Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland and Mizoram. 61st Amendment Act of 1989 reduced the voting age from 21 years to 18 years for Lok Sabha. 62nd Amendment Act of 1989 extended the reservation of seats for the SC, STs and special representation for the Anglo-Indians in the Lok Sabha. 79th Amendment Act of 1999 extended the reservation of seats for the SC, STs and special representations for the Anglo-Indians in the Lok Sabha. 84th Amendment Act of 2001 extended the ban on the readjustment of seats in the Lok Sabha for another 25 years with the same objectives of encouraging the population's limiting measures. 91st Amendment Act 2003 Article 75, the total number of ministers included the Prime Minister in the Central Council of Ministers shall not extend at 15% of the total strength of the Lok Sabha. 95th Amendment Act of 2019 Article 334 extended the reservation of seats for the SCs and STs and special representatives of the Anglo-Indians in Lok Sabha for further period 10 years up to 2020. Article and provisions. Article 326 elections to Lok Sabha shall be on the basis of adult franchise, and Article 83 Lok Sabha will continue for another 5 years unless sooner dissolved from the date appointed for the first meetings and no longer, and the expirations of the said period for 5 years shall operate as a dissolutions of the House. Article 75 Council of Ministers collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. Article 324 Power and superintendence of election commissions, Lok Sabha elections and more. Who is Lok Sabha Speaker? The Speaker of Lok Sabha is member who elected from amongst the members of the houses. He chairs the houses and no proceedings in the house take place in his absence. Facts about Lok Sabha Speaker for UPSC syllabus is first Lok Sabha Speaker Ganesh Vasudev Mahalankar 1952 to 1956 died in the office, and Ananta Sayanam Iyengar was elected as a Lok Sabha Speaker in 1956 who worked till 1957. After 16th Lok Sabha election, Mr. Sumitra Mahajan was elected as a Lok Sabha Speaker. Following 17th Lok Sabha elections 2019 general elections, Om Birla is Speaker of Lok Sabha. To read more, I'll make separate video for that. Lok Sabha constitutions, and there are 543 constituencies in India that take part in the Lok Sabha elections. There are various doubts related to Lok Sabha constituencies which strikes the aspirant's mind below given or the answers for the UPSC and mains prelims. So, which is the largest constituency? Ladakh is the largest constituency, and which is the smallest constituencies is the Chandeni Chowk is the smallest, and which is the largest constituencies electors wise is a Malkajari, which is the smallest constituencies electoral wise is a Lakshadweep. That's all for the day, friends. Thank you.